Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about high-end foundations, my high-end foundation collection. I recently did my drugstore I keep saying makeup, but I mean foundation. My drugstore foundation collection, and I will link that one below in case you're interested in that one, or you can find it right here. But is it on this side? You'll see it. It'll pop up right now. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I have Makeup Forever, Kat Von D, Nars, all that good stuff. And I'm going to give you a little mini review on each, what I think about each one, and the one that I'm wearing today too. I'm also looking at my little mannequin back there. She has clothes. Like in the past videos you've seen her, she has a cute little outfit now, and I just didn't realize that she was naked. Like, you guys never told me, and I never thought about it, you know. It's not a mannequin or a dress form, whatever you want to call it. She's wearing clothes now. So I'm gonna begin with this foundation here. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is one of my favorites of the ones that I'm gonna show you, like the second one of my favorites. This one, I have it in the color Ivory, and it is like this is the packaging. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. It also has a pump. Now I do like this one. It is a little bit drying, and it's like a matte finish to me, and to me it's like a medium to full coverage. I don't know what it claims to be because I don't remember, but I know it's supposed to be like a second layer of skin, like just to perfect your skin and make it look flawless and all that stuff, because it does say the skin you were born to have. So I do really love this foundation. It's the second one of my favorites. Like, there's the number one that I love, and then the number two. This is the number two. So the next one, and I'm not going in any particular order, I'm just randomly grabbing them. The next one is the Naked Skin by Urban Decay, and this one I do love, kind of, sometimes. This one is in the shade 2.0, and I do feel like it's very, very light for me, especially right now, but right now is the only time that I think I would wear it. This is too drying for me in the winter time. It's just too dry. Sometimes it works out, and there's like occasions that I'll wear it and it's okay, you know, but I feel like it's too dry for me, and it's a very, very thin. This one has a very runny, I didn't even bring a napkin. I should bring a napkin. This one is not too runny, but it's also not very, very thick. Let me go ahead and shake it first. I'm going to show you a little pump. It's not too runny or too thick or anything like that. It's like in between. It's the perfect mix, and I like to use this one with my Real Techniques brush, which is the buffing brush, and I also like to use it with my beauty blender. So those are my favorite ways of applying it. I don't mind. Some of these I only like with the beauty blender. Some of these I only like with the brush. This one is Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup, and it's really, really runny. Let me go ahead. And what I mean by that, it's just very liquidy. So you do have to shake it up. You can even hear it. And there's another one that's like super liquidy like this. And like I said, it's not my favorite. It's very, very thin, very liquidy. I don't know. It probably would be good right now in the summertime for like, you know, being outside or whatever. It's just a very light makeup. But it's not my favorite or my least favorite. It's just somewhere there. Sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't, and I like it with the beauty blender just because I feel like with the brush it kind of looks a little too powdery or too dry, but I've used it with both, so it's kind of like in between. Like, I kind of like it, I kind of don't. I like something about it and I don't like something about it. I kind of like it with the beauty blender, but it shears it up a lot, and I kind of like it with the brush, but it's too dry. So with this one, we are in a weird relationship here. It's weird. I'm not sure. Would I recommend it? Would I tell somebody, oh my god, you have to try the Naked Skin? No, I wouldn't. So there you go. That tells you that much. This one here is the MAC Pro Longwear Foundation. You guys have heard me talk about this numerous times on my channel. It is very full coverage. I love this foundation. Let me make sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth. I know I had lipstick and you guys didn't tell me. So this one is very full coverage. I've talked about this so many times throughout my whole YouTube life, and I love this. This is in the color NC20, and I really like it. It's the Pro Longwear Foundation. This was the only foundation that I have bought over and over and over again for like the past 5 years. I think it's been about 5 years, but this is the one that I've always repurchased over and over again. So this MAC one is about right here. I'm almost, you know, out of this one too. This is the way that it looks. So it's a little bit similar to the Too Faced one. It's just not too liquidy and not too thick or anything. I love it with the Beauty Blender, but I also love it with the buffing brush. The next one is my one and only favorite foundation ever, and it is the YSL Touche Clot Lip Tint. I recently, like a few months ago, did a review on this. I did a first impression. Never tried YSL before, any of their products, and this is the one that I'm wearing today. I really like it. This one's one that if anybody were to ask me, what is your favorite ever, which one do you recommend? It's this one. It is a little bit on the pricey side compared to all of these, but it's so worth it. It's very, very creamy, but not too liquidy, and it just sets into your skin really nicely, and I like the way that it looks. I like the way that it sets. I like the way that it looks with powder on top. I've worn it without any powder on top, and I just like it. Like, everything about this is perfect. It doesn't oxidize, and it just feels and looks great. I don't feel like cakey, you know what I mean? This doesn't make me feel like that at all. I have it in the color Warm Almond, which is BD30. I remember whenever I was gonna buy it, I didn't know what color to get, and I ended up getting Warm Almond, and I was kind of on the fence, like maybe that's a little too warm. I've never pictured myself being like a warm tone because I'm like so white sometimes, or at least I thought I was. And either way, this one works perfectly for me. It's the one that I'm wearing today. So if you like the way that it looks, it's this one. This one is, no, I haven't, because I forgot to show you the pumps. But anyways, this one, oh my god, I am almost out of this one. I'm trying to look through it through the light, but I'm pretty sure it's like right here. This one I always use 2 pumps, but this is the way that this one is. It is kind of liquidy, kind of runny, but I do love it. Like, it looks perfect. With the brush, it looks just like full coverage and perfect. It doesn't look cakey, and with the Beauty Blender, it just looks more like my skin, but still full coverage and covers up my redness. Does that sound weird? It probably does, but it makes sense to me in my head. Next one probably has like 2 pumps in it, and I haven't thrown it away yet, but it is the Kat Von D Locket Tattoo. This is another one that I wouldn't recommend that much, just because it's super thick and very full coverage, and there's a story behind it. The reason why I got this one is because one of the times that I ran out of my MAC foundation, I went on the way home from work, I went to JCPenney because that was the only thing there, and MAC was only at the mall. But I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to go to the mall, so I went to JCPenney and I went inside Sephora, and it was when I didn't know much about makeup, so I was like, do you guys sell MAC? And I know it sounds like, what? But I did. I asked. Like, that's a little embarrassing to say now that I think about it. I'm like, why did I ask that? Or why didn't I know? But you know, everybody starts somewhere. You don't know about makeup all your life. So that is what happened. I didn't know that they didn't sell MAC at Sephora. It's probably like my first or second time ever walking into Sephora. So it was a long time ago. But either way, they recommended this one because I asked for something matte and full coverage for oily skin. And this is what I walked out with, and I used it and I felt like, oh, you know, I look flawless, you know, I'm full coverage and it's very thick and all that stuff. So I felt like just flawless at the time, but as I started using it even more, like, you know, I bought more. Once I started YouTube, I bought more stuff and I started trying different things, and I was like, wait, what was I doing with this? So anyways, I have it, and I also think it's very light for me. I don't know what color it's in. Wish I could tell you. But if I do know, I'll leave it here. But I don't know the color of it. I think it was on the box only. Doesn't have it on here, but I wouldn't recommend that. Just because I feel like it's too dry and too thick. Now, if you're looking for that, then that is very full coverage. Okay, the next one is the Makeup Forever. This one is one that I really liked. This one is the Matte Velvet Plus, and it looks like this. Oh, you know what? I didn't even... Man. And this one is the Kat Von D, so I'm gonna try to pump some out. If it's not, you see, it's like gone. It's completely gone, and I don't know why I have it. Ooh, looks like Play-Doh. I really need to throw this away. Like, this is the last I'm ever gonna get from it. But trust me, it's not that far away from how thick this is. It's really thick. I need to throw that away. You know what? Let's throw it away. That was loud. Maybe I'll keep it for an empties video, unless I already showed it to you in an empties video and I still haven't thrown it away. I don't know, maybe I did that. Alright, so this one is the the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, and this one looks like this. And I'm almost out of this one too. I'm almost out of all my foundations. I actually use my foundations, and I don't buy them that often. So I do really use them. I know there's like people who love makeup and don't really use their foundations because they have a lot. I don't have that many, so I get to try them all really, really good. This is this one, and it is a full coverage foundation. It's creamy. I do like it. I like it better with the Beauty Blender. I don't really like it with the brush. So that one's one that's like Beauty Blender only. And this one, I recently showed it to you guys in my favorites and unfavorites video. It's the Benefit BB Cream. It's not a foundation, but I wanted to go ahead and include it because it's the only one that I have. The only BB cream that I have that's high-end. I do like how thick it is. You know, it's thick enough. It's really nice and creamy, but it is very sheer and very powdery. I prefer this one with the Beauty Blender just because it's pretty dry. So this is the way that it is. This is how much coverage it gives. And it does give a more thin coverage whenever you apply it with the Beauty Blender, but it is nice. And the last one that I want to show you is the Nars one. This one was very, very, very hyped up, and it was hyped up even before it was, it was very hyped up, and then I bought it. So yeah, I thought I bought it before it, like when it first launched. I don't think I did. I think I bought it after, but this one is in the color Light 4, which is Deauville, and it is very, very liquidy. You can even hear it. Yeah, you can hear it. It's very, very liquidy. And this is another one that's not my favorite just because it dries very drying, like on my skin. Now, I think that all of these that are super dry are going to be good right now for the summertime where my skin gets more oily, just because whenever it's cold outside and my skin is dry, it looks very, very patchy. Like sticks on and it looks patchy on my dry spots, and I get super, super dry around my face whenever it's cold outside. So those don't work out for me. Like this doesn't look very nice. And I feel like right now it'd be good. It does have very full coverage. I do like that about it, and I prefer this with the Beauty Blender. I've used it with the brush, the buffing brush, and I like it, but I like it better with the Beauty Blender. So I think I'm gonna give that one another shot. I just wanted you to see it. I think I'm gonna give this one another shot right now in the summertime, see how it works out for me. Maybe it's not as drying, but I do like it. I still have, it's like pretty new because I stopped using it because it was just so drying. But out of all of these foundations, my favorite one, like I said, is the YSL one. The least favorite is the one I threw away. So that is it for today's video. I wanted to do this video because in my last video, which was my drugstore foundation collection, you guys asked me if I could do a high-end part. So this is it, and I don't have that many, which is pretty good, but I do love the majority of these, and I've used up a lot of these just because I do use my foundations. I don't have that many, so I get to play around with each one for a while, like for a longer time. But I do find myself reaching this one only a lot. Like ever since I bought it, that's the one that I've been using a lot of. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comment section what other makeup collection videos you would like to see, because I'm doing this series. I've done like my single eyeshadow collection, my drugstore, my bronzers, and now the high-end foundations. So if you want to see one in particular, let me know. Maybe it's my lipsticks, maybe it's my highlighters, which I have like 5, and maybe, I don't know, whatever it is that you want to watch, or maybe it's something different. Let me know in the comment section. And that's it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a little red subscribe button below where you can get notified every single time that I upload a new video. And that's it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye.